We're looking at Hefty 4402. It's just been an offensive powerhouse. We love this on your good to great soils. It really has excellent top end yield. It flexes for girth. A lot of times you'll see 20 kernels around on the ears, and they can get kind of long as well. So there's a lot of yield potential here in 4402. We want to avoid putting this in the marginal soils. There are better choices that have a little more defense, but it's not a bad overall plant. It's got a good stalk and a good root. Not a great stalk, great root, but well above average. You're going to like 4402 if you've got some good ground and are willing to push it with high management. One of those management practices too you may consider on 4402 is a foliar fungicide. We don't have excellent late season stay green. In fact, we do see the tops fall off on this plant sometimes, especially if we get dry or have marginal fertility plan. We don't have excellent late season health on this plant though, so you will notice some tops falling off at times, especially if you're in drier conditions, marginal fertility, or you just used all the fertility up by getting super high yields. So put 4402 in your best ground and watch it run. 4402's got average dry down. When we look at the husk, the cover's maybe not as loose as some of the other hybrids at this maturity. You'll see the ear will be right up to the end of the husk, and it'll start sticking out a little bit if it flexes a little bit for length also. Then at harvest time, you'll see the husk cover start to loosen up, especially the outer cover, but the inside sometimes can be a little bit tighter. So we still see decent dry down. You can see here it's not holding so tight that we've got disease issues or anything like that on the ear. Really like 4402. Don't see that as any issue. Looking at the stalk and root on Hefty 4402, it's a nice looking root. I would call it a 7 to an 8 on our rating scale. Definitely not a 9, but it's certainly at least average to above average. When we look at the stalks have been good. I would say this though, on the marginal ground, that's one of the things that I see giving up is a little bit of the stalk strength if we get low fertility. So I would keep this on your average to better ground and feed it properly, especially with potassium, to avoid having any stalk issues. But again, it's an average to above average stalk and root.